white racists, let's talk.
Let's
I'm just
talk.
going to come out and say it. A majority of white people wish that they were black. They wish that they had the ability to create or invent. They wish that they had the ability to wear a variety of hairstyles. They wish that they had the ability to dance. They wish that they had original fashion. They wish that their style was memorable. They wish that they were able to turn heads in public. They wish that they could spend more than 2 hours in the sun. They wish to be desired. They wish that they could smell as good as black people. They wish that they were as superior as black people. They wish that they were as athletic as black people. Even wish that they were indigenous and could be gifted an entire planet from the Most High. They wish that they could excel at music and the arts. They wish that they could be scholars like black people. They wish that they were as intelligent as black people. They wish that they could even cook like black people. They even wish that they could look as cool as black people do in their cars, which explains why they have the windows rolled down at all fucking times. And the real big one, they really wish that they could age as gracefully.
I love that he clocked his people's tea. I love to see white people that are actually honest. I really do. And I always tell y'all that love and hate lives on the same spectrum. They love you so much that they start to hate you. All that superiority, it's really inferiority in reverse. Why? If you are so tired of people, because now they're trying to co-opt and colonize black fatigue, right? If you're so tired of people, why are you always in our comment sections? Why are you always watching everything that we're doing? If I don't like somebody and I'm afraid for my life, I'm not going to walk up to them and try to engage with them in any type of way. I'm going to walk the other way. It's not fair. It's not fatigue. It's obsession. It's admiration. It's love. It's jealousy, envy. For those who actually operate that way. And then when you look in the comment sections, there was some white people saying this is true. This is facts. Facts on facts on facts. I mean, why do you think movies like Get Out was created? Get Out. Y'all remember Get Out? Ciao. Anyways, Fred Love is the Brooklyn way. What y'all think? Do y'all agree with what this Caucasian man had to say? The truth shall be revealed. Ooh, and this is why they're trying to destiny swap so bad. Because they literally want to be us. They want to be the ones that was oppressed. They want to be the ones that's experiencing racism. They want to be the ones that, is on the opposite side of history. But we know who they are. We know the truth. Anyways, bye.
Greetings everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and before I continue, I will kindly request that you hit the like, subscribe and the share button as you get to interact with the rest of my video. And in today's episode, you're seeing that white people are trying as hard as they could to be black. And is this the first time that it's happening? No, this is something that has been recurring on several online platforms lately, and kindly watch the rest of this video as I come with my commentaries at the end of it.
A white woman has transitioned into a black woman after identifying as one. The former German model said she's always been fascinated with the curves on black women and started her journey with chest enhancements. In 2017, she got injections to change the color of her skin, hair, and eyes. Next, she plans to, quote, change her facial features to African and enlarge her bottom. Her husband is also going through skin darkening injections, and the two said they want to give birth to a black baby. She now fully identifies as a black woman and even had her ethnicity changed through the government. She also claims she traveled to Kenya, where a local clergyman declared her to be a true Kenyan woman.
I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black.
Like, this world's amazing. I mean, let's also just be real. Like, I wanted to be black.
Listen,
all the best players in the world were black. All the best.
Oh, why do you hang out with so many black people then, huh? What do you want to be black? Fucking a little bit. It's so much cooler some of the time, okay? Every white person wishes they were black a little bit. Any white person who says they don't is a fucking liar or a cop, okay? Do not believe that.
To be black. I want to be black. We live in a society that emulates black people. We want to be black, dress black, talk black. We text black. I sent out a text this morning. I was like, yo, what up? Where you at? I've never said that sentence out loud in my life.
Wow.
So, like, for me, I think my family's been trying to be black for a long time. So,
you like the Kardashians in here.
shout out to my brothers. Let's get it. Peace.
Remember that video I posted a little while back
talk about this white boy in my hood wearing corn.
Transracial. Yeah.
Yo.
Meet Nuka Zeus, a white man who thinks he's a black man. Oh, and I didn't make up this photo. That was his profile picture.
Man, I'm trapped inside. Thinking of suicide. Man, I'm trapped inside a body that is.
Oh, and he also posts a bunch of black stuff on his Instagram page. And there's nothing wrong with uplifting black people, but I mean...
God, my braids are starting to smell like sweat, but I got a solution for that. Spray them bitches with Febreze.
And you would think the craziness would stop there, but it doesn't.
Right? Now, yes, I do have a tattoo that says yes, I am. Yes, I do not like. Yes, I do hate people. Now, yes, I also do have.
Nuka, you're white. Look at your skin. This can't be healthy.
Now, yes, I also do have black on my other arm. Yes, I am pro-black. Yes, I am for black excellence, black uplifting, all the stuff that has to do with being pro-black. You know what I'm saying? That whole long-ass motherfucking list I'm not going to get into.
I would love to see you get into that whole long list that you don't even want to get into with a black man or woman. Please.
However, I do not think, say, or preach that being pro-black is... I never said that. I don't know why some people out there have that misconstrued to think that I think that being pro-black means because I have my tattoos. That is stupid. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am symmetrically split down the middle. I am half...
How are you going to say the thing that you said you didn't say in the same video? This is what happens when you allow a certain group of people to partake in a culture that isn't theirs. And when you give them an inch, they will always take a fucking mile. Also, I have to denounce being anti any race because that ideology is wrong. And if you didn't think this guy could be any more crazy,
I know that shit's hanging down. It started a couple months ago, and I've been working on designing a new interior because I'm going to redo the whole interior of my car.
So before this goes to another crazy level of a new identification, let's end this crazy shit today. You cannot identify as something that you are not just because you feel like you are. My name's Eric Stone. Doses.
Man, I'm trapped inside a body that isn't mine.
99% of white women don't try to look black. See, I see that you didn't learn from my last post where I completely roasted you. So let me pull up the real data. Here's the Plastic Surgery and Statistic Report of 2020 based on race. Let's zoom in, shall we? Much better. Now let's look at the races, shall we? We got 10.3 million white people that got plastic surgery in 2020 in the United States of America and 1.7 million black people in the United States of America of 2020. But let's look at the actual data when it comes to the actual surgeries. Here we have for the noses, liposuction. This one's for the lip fillers, trying to get those plump lips. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's practically all white people. I wonder fucking why. And by the way, I don't hate myself because I know I'm damn fucking fine.
Every time a black or brown person gets on the internet and says, hey guys, do you remember how tanning, lip fillers, BBLs, etc. were made to make white people look like they're a little less white? And then all of the white people who do those things will go, no, it's not all about you. I don't want to look like you. I just want to look more attractive. You look more attractive because you look less white. And no, I'm not saying that white people are uglier, but I know that a lot of you are going to probably twist it that way if you watch this far, because you people can't fucking think. But no matter what way you think about it or not, the fact that lip fillers exist is undeniably to make people look more ethnic. Of course it's true that white people can be born with big lips, but the kind of lip fillers that we're seeing pop out today, hardly anybody goes about it in a natural way. Of course, you see those white people that go from something like that to something like what I have. I would say that I have small to average lips for a white person. But now white people are going beyond that, and they are just making themselves look like crazy people. And that is not, you are not fooling me, Emily. And again, the fuller figure, I'm not saying that you cannot get plastic surgery for other reasons, but deep down at its core, the reason that you want plastic surgery is because you want to fit into beauty standards. And those beauty standards are Eurocentric and made up by men. White men set up those beauty standards that you unwillingly follow. Maybe it is willing. Maybe you're like, men will want me more if I look like this, and that's okay, so I'll do it. Either way, it's really sad, but, you know, you have more money than me, clearly, so why do I get to pick what you spend it on? Because once upon a time, when white men realized, oh, we're supposed to be racist, I forgot. They had to keep their hidden ethnic escapades secret, even though they were very much, and are still, attracted to black and brown women. So they started trying to find ways to make their white women look like that. And that's why now you have white women chasing that dream of, you know, looking, you know, sun-kissed, having big luscious lips, having an ass. All of that shit that they naturally were not born with. And you can swear up and down that it's not inspired by black or brown people. You can swear up and down that it has nothing to do with that. You can say, oh, I hate them. I don't want to look like them. Because when you go back to the very beginning, who's going to be on that inspiration board? A black woman. Whose lips are you going to be using as a reference to show to your doctor? A black woman's. It's just an extra slap in the fucking face when you're extra racist on top of trying to be a copycat. A half-baked copy. That sticky-ass spray tan sticking to your fingers, melanoma spots all over your shoulders, babe. And the filler that looks like it's about to fly off of your face if you say your syllables too hard.
White
and
woman
then
changed
they say,
herself
oh,
to a
it's
black
nice
woman.
result. Let's find a matching piece, and then it's going to be more and more. And if you see the car they got and they have now,
so it's a work
totally
in progress.
Yeah.
But what was it that made you realize that you wanted to change?
At first, I only want to have summer tan, and this new medicine, they told us it is will protect the skin against the sun and will make more tan. But at this point, they didn't know that it will work really extreme. For me, it works really, really good.
So this is the melatonin injections, and this was your surgeon. It cost £170 ago. You've had 3, is that right, or more?
2 years ago, three Michael and I had the same injections, the same amount at the same, 2 years ago, and a little bit other things, but also only 3 injections, and it working. The body is working itself.
This is it is no classical tanning injection.
We need to understand something. This cultural appropriation that we think suggests white people are black is insane. They come into the ghetto, they appropriate your music, they appropriate your dress, they appropriate your style, and you think it's a good thing when they're playing in your face. Come on. The reason I don't like the Eminem, DJ Khaled, DJ Vlad type thing is because they can be black all day and they get to leave it when they tired. They get to go back to their whiteness when they done imitating your blackness. Why would you let anybody play with your identity in reality like that? With the hell we catch as Africans, why would you let another group come into your hood, play black? See, listen. Everybody wants our rhythm, but they never around to tolerate your blues.
Messenger. You better.
Hold on. Wait. Have you seen Eminem at the Breonna Taylor protest? Was he at the Trayvon Martin protest? Was he at the Tamir Rice protest? Amir Pope protest? Sonia Massey? DJ Khaled? You seen him at any protests against police brutality? DJ Vlad? You see what I'm saying? So we let them exploit the more positive, fun-loving aspects of black culture. But when it comes to dealing with the struggle of being black, none of these culture vultures are anywhere around to experience your pain.
Hey, Todd. So just saying that it's just American culture for like white gay men to, or some, I'm not saying all, not all of y'all not like that, right? But some just copying the stereotypical black women mannerisms and little like sayings and things like that. That's like when they say like AAVE is just like internet slang or whatever. I think that's like an oversimplification and kinda sort of wrong. They're specifically trying to act a certain way, like they're not acting like New York, like stereotypical like New Yorker, older New Jersey-ish Italian people, right? That's not the way that they're like trying to behave and have mannerisms. They're specifically trying to adapt to a specific type of mannerism and such. And about my glasses, you could have very well said John Lennon as well, and neither look like Harry Potter or John Lennon. They're just both circular glasses. This is not the same glasses I was wearing, but neither people have like a little bar at the top or whatever, right? So like that, I don't think that was just wrong.
Well, in this episode, if you've watched the rest of it, you've seen that there are several white people who are trying as hard as they could to be black. And this is just going to show how influential the black race is in the United States. And in the videos, again, you're seeing that the black community is not taking this action positively. As we see that going back to the history, these black Americans share a very dark history of slavery, that is from the transatlantic slave trade, whereby you get to see that their African ancestors were brought into the United States as slaves to work in the farms, the cotton farms. And amid these forced labor and inhumane activities that the ancestors experienced, it's quite common that things have not changed in a matter of, let's say, over 100 years right now. And their descendants are currently experiencing almost the same things that their ancestors received. And in this case, again, you're seeing that the whites now are trying to steal the identity of the black people. So you're getting to learn that these white individuals try as hard as they can to be like the black community. And again, going back to the history of the United States, you're getting to see that the black community is one of the most oppressed people of color in the United States. And one thing that really stood out about them is their perseverance and ability to still have the joy, black joy, amid all the struggles that they experienced as individuals. And you're getting to see that these individuals have their own unique cultural identifiers, and with the white individuals trying to become like them, you're seeing something more like racial appropriation, whereby these white individuals are really trying as hard as they can to try and connect or be like the black community. And one of the most interesting scenarios is the case where if you've watched the rest of this video, we see a white German woman who is trying to transition to become a black lady. And in this transition, you're seeing that she made several changes on her body. And one of the changes that really stood out is the tanning of her skin to make it darker in tone, and also the massive increase of her mammary glands. And I don't know if this was something more like a troll or was it something more serious. As you've seen that there are several episodes in which I couldn't share all of them on this video due to copyright issues, but again, you get to see that this lady was like really mocking the black individuals. And to me, she came out of someone who was struggling with some identity issues, or was just out there plainly trying to mock the black individuals. Other than that, again, you're seeing other white individuals trying really as hard as they can to be like the black individuals. And a good example of this is when it comes to the black American woman. You see that the white women are trying as much as they can to copy bodily appearances, that is, from the black American women. And one thing that stands out among the black American women is their stunning beauty, their full lips, and their curvaceous bodies, which, thanks to the African genes, they manage to get them effortlessly and naturally. Now, for the white women, you're seeing that most of them are going for the cosmetic surgeries to have these full lips, also for the BBLs, which are now quite common. And again, when it comes to the hairstyles, we are seeing that some of them are really trying to adapt the cornrows, which are mostly related to the black American individuals. That goes back to the slavery period, where we get to see that the black women slaves had their hairs plaited in cornrows, as it was the cheapest and easily available style. And this specific hairstyle evolved to become their unique cultural identifier, as you've seen it being done by several black women. And now you're seeing that there's white women who are really trying to imitate the black women by doing the same hairstyle. And this has not been observed quietly. You've seen several internet outrage from the black American women who are calling out these white women who are really trying as hard as they can to become like the black women, despite of the fact that these white women are openly denying ever trying to do so. And in doing so, we are getting to learn that these individuals are actually doing the opposite, and they are just not ready to have this conversation. Other than that, we get to see again the white individuals who are trying to infiltrate the black culture, especially when it comes to music. And in this episode, you've seen that speech from Dr. Umar, whereby he talks about the hip-hop music sector. And in this sector, you get to see that most white individuals who are trying to be rappers easily pick up the black lingo, that is their dressing code, their music style, and everything that will make them connect with the black individuals through the hip-hop music. And in doing so, these individuals have this confused notion that they are accepted by the black community. Yes, this individual quite fit in sometimes, and you've seen that there have been several successful white rappers who have really tried to imitate the black rapping culture, and they have gotten successful to a point that they are being invited to the cookouts and they are being acknowledged as one of the most influential individuals when it comes to the rap game. However, there is a downside to this, as you get to see that these white individuals only pick up the black culture personality when it benefits them, and at any given moment, under specific circumstances, these individuals always turn back to their whiteness, especially in situations that will benefit them. And this only goes to show us that some of these individuals are opportunists who are trying to cash out on the black influence as a way of making it for their lives. And it matters that their support or commitment to the black culture is really needed. These individuals usually flip the switch and turn to their whiteness in these situations that you get to see that directly benefits them. And this only goes to show that the white individuals and other people are always trying to copy the black culture as they try to benefit from the superiority of the black community and try to make a life for themselves. Well, this marks the end of this episode. I hope that you really loved it. Kindly share your thoughts and ideas with me in the comment section. And thank you once again. See you in the next episode.